Texas and San Jose State square off in a non-conference showdown. This is my preview, prediction, and full breakdown of Saturday's contest between the Longhorns and the Spartans. Hello, everyone. I'm Chris Phillips of SEC Unfiltered. Appreciate each and every single one of you tuning in. As always, make sure you like, subscribe, turn on notifications. Check us out via podcast, where we get your podcast. You can also find us across all social media platforms, as well as our website, secunfiltered.com. And as always, we are powered by our friends over at FanDuel. Visit FanDuel.com/SECU to join today and get started with $250 in bonus bets when you win your first $5 bet. Once again, that's FanDuel.com/SECU to get $250 in bonus bets today. Texas comes home for the 2025 home opener as they look to bounce back from a rough week one that saw them fall to the Ohio State Buckeyes in Columbus. Guys, my name is Chris Phillips, and I am here previewing, predicting, and breaking down this game between Texas and San Jose State, taking place this Saturday, September the 6th, 11 a.m. Central Time kickoff on ABC. Of course, this game taking place in Austin, Texas at DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. Guys, the Horns are a 36.5-point favorite in this game. The over-under set at 52.5. Interestingly enough, Texas opened as a 35.5-point favorite. So even with that big of a spread, the money continues to come in on the Longhorns. The series history, guys, Texas and San Jose State have met one time prior. Texas leads the series 1-0. The meeting was in 2017, and Texas won that ball game by a final score of 56-0. San Jose State is 0-1 on the season at this point. They lost to Central Michigan in week one by a score of 16-14. Their quarterback, Walker Egat, had over 300 yards passing, 308 to be exact, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. They ran the ball for 86 total yards. Their leading rusher was Floyd Chalk, 11 carries for 44 yards. Leading receiver, Danny Scudero, actually 9 catches for 189 yards. So a really good day for Scudero on the outside. But, guys, this game is all about Texas, right? San Jose State losers to Central Michigan in week one. Texas, a 5-touchdown favorite, more than a 5-touchdown favorite in this game. This game is all about how Texas bounces back, right? Especially on the offensive side. It all starts with Arch Manning. I understand there are other things that need to be cleaned up, need to be worked on. This is the first of 3 straight weeks, right? 3 straight non-conference games where you're going to have an opportunity to really get this thing humming, really build your confidence. And I understand, right? What's I maybe think a little bit frustrating is the next 3 weeks and really 4 weeks with the bye week, you're not going to be able to right the wrongs that took place in week one against Ohio State, because nobody's really going to take solace in beating San Jose State or UTEP the following week or Sam Houston the following week. And then obviously you have a bye. It's all going to culminate in what happens after that when you go to the Swamp, take on the Florida Gators. We're going to probably have all the same questions about Arch Manning we had prior. But for Arch Manning, this is a great opportunity for him to bounce back and get into a rhythm, right? With his wide receiver core, build some confidence. He looked jittery. He looked shaky. He looked extremely uncomfortable in that game against Ohio State. Give a lot of credit to the Buckeyes. That's a top 5 defense. He was on the road, but certainly you get to come home. Steve Sarkisian gets to get in his bag. You get to hit some deep shots. Arch Manning getting more and more and more comfortable with the offense, being QB1. Obviously, guys, we still realize, I know he's been on campus for 3 years, but he's still a young quarterback. He didn't play a lot last year. So getting him more and more and more reps, I think obviously for the Texas defense, listen, this is a depth game. Right? This is a depth game. We know Texas's defense, one of the best in the country. You're going to be able to shuffle in and rotate in a lot of guys. I expect Texas defense, obviously, to dominate in this football game. Another big storyline, of course, like I mentioned, it is the home opener. You get to open up this season. And listen, I know the home slate is not great. It's less than not great. It's actually pretty porous when you take a look at it. But you are at home. You get to return home to the friendly confines. And guys, really what this game is all about, an opportunity to build momentum. Offensive line gets to continue to gel. I think the wide receiver position is kind of interesting right now for Texas, just sort of figuring out, because, you didn't really get a great look, obviously, in week one because the passing game was essentially non-existent. I do like what you have at the tight end position with Jack Injuries. I thought he had a good game, obviously, in Columbus. So I think you feel pretty good that he's going to be a dependable weapon. But everybody the next 3 weeks gets to feel good about themselves. And it starts in this game against San Jose State. I hate to go into any football game not even giving an opponent a chance, but that's what I'm doing in this one. Like, this is a name your score game for Texas. This is going to be a game where I think Texas can win by probably as much as they want to. And if you can't tell, I'm not overreacting to what happened last weekend. I think you are going to see Arch Manning and company. Again, they're going to make it a point to really get the passing game going. I think getting him in a rhythm early and building his confidence is going to be important. That is the goal of the next 3 weeks. Continue to build Arch Manning's confidence. I think you feel really good about what you have on defense. They were elite last weekend. You just couldn't move the ball. And here's the thing. When you could move it too, and I think this is another point of emphasis this week and over the next couple weeks, and again, will you be able to draw conclusions? Not necessarily, because you got to go do it in SEC play. But I think red zone conversions, I think that continues to be a thing. Red zone play calling is something you keep a really close eye on, right? Converting in the red zone, it hurts you yet again against Ohio State. So really it's about cleaning up a lot of things if you're Texas, and it's about building confidence and building momentum, guys. That being said, locking in my prediction for this game, I think it's a name your score game for Texas, guys. I actually took earlier in the week Texas minus 35.5. I think Sark and the guys are going to want to go out there, and I think they're going to want to throw it all over the yard. Arch Manning, build as much confidence for him as possible. I do think they're going to want to run it up against San Jose State. Losers to Central Michigan in week 1. You just simply don't have much of a chance. I don't even think they get on the scoreboard in this game. This is a depth game. This is an empty the bench game. Everybody's going to feel really good because everybody is going to get to play. Guys, I'm going to go Longhorns 63, San Jose State 0. Whatever your score is, I love Texas to cover because I don't know that San Jose State scores, and I think they're going to want to get Arch Manning at least 4 or 5 touchdown passes, and I think they're going to want to run up the score and, again, build confidence for everybody on the offensive side, especially after what happened last weekend. So lock me in for Texas minus 35.5. Lock me in score prediction 63-0. I think the Horns will roll in this one. They will win, and they will win big. So, guys, would love to hear from you. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? How do you see this one playing out between Texas and San Jose State on Saturday? Guys, that's going to do all for me. Appreciate each and every single one of you tuning in. Before we get out of here, I do want to tell you about our friends over at FanDuel because, as always, we are brought to you by our friends at FanDuel. FanDuel is getting you ready for the NFL season with an offer you won't want to miss. New customers can bet just $5 and get $300 in bonus bets if you win. That's right. Pick a bet $5, and if it wins, you'll unlock $300 in bonus bets to use all across the app. You can build parlays, bet player props, ride the live lines, whatever your style. FanDuel's got you covered. The NFL season's almost here. The only question is, are you ready to play? Visit FanDuel.com/SECU to download the FanDuel app today and get started. Once again, that's FanDuel.com/SECU to get in on the action today. Guys, that's going to do all for me. Once again, appreciate each and every single one of you tuning in. As always, make sure you like, subscribe, turn on notifications. Check us out via podcast. Wherever you get your podcast, you can also find us across all social media platforms, as well as our website, SECUnfiltered.com. Till next time, I'm Chris Phillips of SEC Unfiltered. Appreciate each and every single one of you tuning in, and we will catch you all on the other side.